So good evening, everybody. I'm April Rovero, chairperson of the Contra Costa County Meds Coalition, and we're focused on educating community members about medication safety. That's our primary mission, to prevent substance use disorder and overdose death. So we work really hard at that. I want to welcome everyone to the last of our self-help workshops with Monica Kamran, founder of Inner Sanctuary Wellness. So the Meds Coalition is actually co-hosting this with her organization. The purpose of these workshops is to really bring new skills and techniques to help us manage holiday and just general life stress. The focus tonight is releasing and rejuvenating. I'm really looking forward to this one too, Monica, and I'm really sorry this is our last one. We'll have to do more of these moving forward. They've been really good. So thank you once again for joining us and presenting tonight, Monica. Look forward to learning from you again. So I'm going to go on mute.
Thank you, April. Thank you so much. It is such a pleasure and honor to host these mindfulness workshops. These mindful moments, as I like to call them, can really help you in little ways, which can lead to big accomplishments. Just a reminder, I'm not a medical professional, and these are not meant to replace any any medical care that you might be receiving. So, today, as April mentioned, our topic is release and regenerate. And when you talk about this, when you talk about release, what comes to your mind? You don't need to answer loudly, just think about it. When I mention the word release, what comes to your mind? Is it emotions? Is it energy that does not serve you anymore? So just give it a little thought. When we talk about mindfulness and releasing, renewing, as well, rejuvenating, what comes to my mind is forgiveness, something that most commonly people do not think about. Forgiveness is one of those complicated emotions, and it's often defined as an individual voluntary internal process of letting go of feelings and thoughts of resentment, bitterness, anger, and the need for vengeance and retribution towards someone who we believe has wronged us, including ourselves. Do you know that research shows that it can be years and years since something little happened? And even though you think that you have forgotten and you have forgiven, it still stays in your memory because when we talk about it, your body shows signs of the same kind of emotions that you experienced at that time. Now, like mindfulness, forgiveness is also a process. It's an evolving process. If I tell you, hey, forgive that person who wronged you, it's easier said than done, even for myself. It demands presence. It reminds us that we are not one with the feelings, not same as the feelings we possess in that given situation, nor is the person who would have harmed us or whom we have harmed. But forgiveness is often mistaken for excusing or condoning an action. Well, that's not. Um, it does not mean that. It means that you're finally able to move on. Forgiveness is more about yourself than the other person. But usually, we humans don't think so that way. Or how often we say, I cannot forgive him for saying that to me. And then you tend to forget about it. And after a couple of years, somebody brings that up, the same incident. And again, those emotions rise up. Even if you don't talk about it, your back stiffens, your tummy tightens, and you will find yourself going on a tangent. That's very common. But do you know the cost of not forgiving others uses up your energy? And more than that, I would like you to pay attention to the last two words, which says including ourselves. For many of us, it's easier to forgive other people, but not ourselves, because we don't even pay attention to that. And there is so much self talk that is not as pleasant. How many times have you heard yourself or your children say something? I can't forgive myself for doing that. I don't know why I did that. That's something very common. And believe it or not, that stays inside your body, stays inside your heart, and does not let you move on. What mindfulness does it? And this is sometimes a little hard for youth to understand, that how is forgiveness and mindfulness related? Well, mindfulness helps you to look at a situation from a third person, from coming back and looking at this event, situation, the people, at yourself from a distance, from a third person perspective. And when you do that, you're not judgmental about it. And it is a little easier to let go things then. I love this quote by Mila Brown, which says, in order to heal, we must forgive. And sometimes the person we must forgive is ourselves. So many times you sit down and wonder, and the older you get, you wonder even more. I wish I had done that. Oh, how wish I could have done that. Maybe if I had taken that step at that time of my life, I would be somewhere else. Do you know that there might be regret, but there's also a hint of not forgiving yourself? Somewhere deep down, it's not forgiving yourself for not being able to achieve what you wanted, accomplish what you wanted, or saying something to somebody. And forgiving yourself is something that we do not focus on. So today, this is the topic that I would like to focus on, is forgiving others and ourselves to release those emotions that are inside. Unless you release them, you cannot move forward. It's as simple that unless the old things move out, new things can't come in. Um, Very simply, I tell my teens, unless you throw those old pair of shoes that are torn, even though they must be really comfortable, you cannot get new ones. Where are we going to keep the new ones? So, be it furniture, be it shoes, be it your emotions, you have to make space for new ones, for positive ones to actually move on, because the old emotions, emotions of anger, guilt, resentment, are holding you down, taking away space in your mind, heart, and body. So, what can you do to be mindful? In this last few weeks, we discussed many mindfulness techniques that you could practice, but to have them, to include them in your life, is a little hard or challenging. Well, that's something that I really hear very often, that, hey, I know these wonderful techniques, but I don't know, I don't think I have the time, or I don't remember to use them. And how can I do that? One of the easiest ways is having a mindfulness cue. Whether it's being mindful just to be forgiving, whether it is a mindfulness cue, or whether your goal is to be just happy and joyful, choose something, a cue that works for you, that is in your environment. So, say your neighbor opens the garage twice a day. Think that that is your cue, that is your reminder for practicing mindfulness. It could be as simple as breathing. Every time the neighbor opens the garage door, I take a deep breath in and out, pausing whatever I am doing, reminding myself that I need to be mindful. In this scenario, it could be being forgiving for others or myself or any other goal that you can think of. So over here, it's not on you. The pressure is not on you to remember. Somewhere around in your environment, choose one thing and use it as a cue, use it as a reminder. You don't have to put a reminder on your phone, that will help you. It could be an affirmation saying, I'm okay, I'm happy. It could be just taking deep breaths in, or it could be just saying to yourself, I forgive anybody who's harmed me and I forgive myself. So you choose what you want to do. Just leave the environment to help you out with that. So try it out. Breathing. Breathing is definitely, as I have said earlier, also is in the present. It does not need, you don't need an app to do this. You don't need any tools to do this. You do not need to set aside a special time to practice breathing. It can be done anytime, anywhere. If you combine your breathing exercises with hand gestures, it is even more beneficial. If you have seen those reflexology charts, you would have seen that your hand is connected to different organs. Um, in energy healing, in yoga, we believe that your hands also has different elements. Your hands also have different acupressure points that can help you release energy that does not serve you anymore. This, like it says, Hath Mudra. Mudra means a gesture. So, making this gesture will help you release the energy that you have in your heart, which is not needed anymore. So, try this with me. Your ring finger, which is symbolic of the element air, sorry, your index finger, symbolic of air. Just hold it to your thumb, the base of your thumb. And then your thumb, because your thumb is fire, this is air. Your middle finger is space. You're touching your middle finger and your ring finger to your thumb. And your little finger is standing out. Your ring finger represents the earth, middle finger space, index finger air, and your thumb is fire. Just holding both your hands like this, keep them facing upwards and keep them on your lap. Stretch out your little finger as much as you can and keep them facing upwards on your lap. So, anytime you meditate, anytime you do any breathing technique, you can combine that with this gesture. As with any practice, please do not overdo it at the very beginning. Start with a small duration, say 5 to 7 minutes, and then you can slowly increase it. So, once you have both your hands like this, put them on your lap, And please sit straight and let's try a breathing exercise together with your spine straight. Sit comfortably, adjusting your body in a comfortable position. Softly and gently lengthen your spine and gently ease your shoulders and back, leaning them a little back so you're opening up your shoulders to your comfort level so that it opens up your chest, opens up your heart. If you wish, you can close your eyes so that you're not as distracted. Take a deep breath in and out, becoming aware of your breath and allowing it to flow slowly and fully deep into your body, softly expanding and opening as you inhale and gently releasing and relaxing as you exhale. Keep focusing on your breath and noticing that slowly it becomes steady and easy. Direct your breath and awareness to your heart, thinking, wondering the shape, weight of your heart, what your hand feels. Just breathe into your heart. Breathe into your heart and breathe out from your heart. Taking deep breaths in and out. Now, with this deepened awareness, send your breath to your heart and let it open. Just visualize that your breath is going into your heart, opening it, expanding it as you inhale. And as you exhale, allow your heart to soften, letting any hard edges melt away, letting any hurt, pain, grudges dissolve and release, filling it with renowned energy, with positive energy, new energy, and feeling a sense of warmth, understanding, connecting with your heart, letting go of any trauma, emotions that do not serve you anymore. Just feeling it expand with your breathing. Your hand gesture directs the flow of energy from your hands to your heart to open and unburden it and strengthen it. Focusing once again on your breath. Feel your chest rise and fall, expand and contract as you breathe in and out. Slowly and gently open your eyes. Take your time. So, this is just a simple exercise. You do not need anything. Just taking breaths in and out If you do not feel like closing your eyes, you can just make this gesture. Keep your hands facing upwards as if receiving the divine energy as well. And this will open up your heart, open up emotions. Any hand gesture that we do in yoga helps you sleep better, helps you physically because it helps relieve anxiety and helps with blood pressure, but you just have to be very careful that you don't overdo anything. I hope that went well for you. See, now I have a question for yourself. Take a few seconds and think, how do you drink your tea? Do you think anything when you're drinking tea or coffee? Is it just a monotonous action event that, hey, I'm just going to make my tea, sit back, sip, and that's it? Just recalling that event. That's all.
We enjoy
Yes, you
it.
want to. Sorry?
Enjoy it. When we have a
You,
tea, I really
yeah.
enjoy it.
So, what do you enjoy about it?
Mm, It makes me relaxed.
Mhm. So, this is a tea or coffee is something that many of us have it many times a day. And I appreciate your feedback saying that you like it, it's relaxing. For most of us, it is. So, why
Yeah.
not make your tea, when you have your tea, the best experience? Have you heard or read about how many saints, sages, and monks bless their tea before they drink it, or how they sip it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
This is how they practice mindfulness.
Okay. Japanese tea drinking.
Absolutely, that too.
Yeah.
So, when you have your tea next time, it is the best and simplest way of practicing mindfulness. Noticing how your tea feels, maybe the color of the tea, the sound of the kettle, noticing the shape of the mug. When you have your tea or coffee, hold it like this in your hands
Hmm.
and then sip it once. You can do this with water as well. Do you know water is supposed to be it's used in many ceremonies, also rituals, I don't mean to say you have to be religious about it, but many religious and spiritual ceremonies, um, you can give your water some positive energy. The way you hold your water, the way you drink your tea, the way you have your food shapes who you are. Have you heard the Buddhist saying, you are what you eat?
Hmm.
So it's not just what you are eating, it's how you're eating too. If you just gobble up your food, you get a stomach upset, right? It does not digest as well. Well, if I have this cup of water and I give it really positive vibes, positive energy, just being mindful how it is, just simply sitting back and thinking, how refreshing is this? It feels really good. And just take a sip by sip, savoring it. You know how nutritious it could be and how how it can really help you. Let's see, we have a comment here. Thank you, Michelle. That's how it is when you drink your ginger tea or lemon balm tea, you hold the cup for warmth and healing properties. Would you like to share if that has really made a difference? If, yeah, I think you're on mute. Okay. Just understanding how, do you feel much better when you give it healing properties versus not? While you're typing or getting ready with the answer, I would just like to share that in many monasteries, when they get water, and they won't keep it for very long. They drink it up and it's taken away. If it stays there and you start having a conversation, it's taken away because it absorbs, food absorbs your energy as well. Okay, thank you, Michelle. So you've seen for yourself that when you have aches and pains, it is more relaxing. When you add intention to it, when you drink or eat something with mindfulness, it it is very relaxing. It will really help you release some emotions as well. It will make you feel better, relaxed, and will renew your energy even more. The intensity of the renewal will be much more. So, next time you have your tea, just observe it. Like I said, it's one of the simplest ways of practicing mindfulness, or whether it's tea or it's coffee or something else. If you are cooking, thinking like, when you open the box or the pouch of tea, how does it smell like? Listen to the sound of water when it's being poured over the leaves. It's the best way to practice and involve all your senses. Once you start involving all your senses, you will be more mindful. This is just one of the ways. It will become a practice, and you can use mindfulness in different areas of your life as well. So do try that out. It can be with any food as well. Now let's try a meditation on forgiveness and releasing that energy that doesn't serve you. So please sit back. If you need a cushion for support, do so. Gently close your eyes. Adjust your body to be comfortable, keeping your spine straight, shoulders relaxed, letting your arms and hands loose. Focusing on your breath and just paying attention to your reality, where you are right now. Just feeling yourself. Where are you sitting? Where are you sitting? Does that seat feel hard, soft? Listening to any sounds around you. Any smells around you in your environment. Just being aware of your senses, awakening your senses, feeling the texture of your clothes on your skin. Just being aware of yourself in this moment. Take a deep breath in and out. And now just keep breathing easily, letting your breaths flow in and out naturally. Now rest your awareness in your heart area. Breathing into the heart and allowing yourself to feel any stuck emotions that may be present there. You might feel a little tightness. Just becoming aware of the memories that bring you a little pain or barriers you may have put up to protect yourself. The emotions, the lingering emotions that you carry knowingly or unknowingly, as you have not or cannot let go and forgive. Let those feelings just arise without any judgment. Just allow them to be present. Just be aware of these feelings, knowing that they are just feelings and emotions and do not define you. And now visualize a person in your mind's eye who has harmed you in a small way, whether that person meant to or not. If you have many of such situations or persons, just choose one who comes to the mind first. Just picture them now in front of you in your mind's eye. Just feeling and observing the reaction you have as you remember the pain that person inflicted upon you. It might be shame, anger, despair, hatred, worry, fear. Just gently allow the emotions to be felt. It's okay to feel that way. Just observe where in your body do you feel those emotions? Do you have tightness in your shoulders, neck, or just an uncomfortable feeling in your belly, stiffness in your back? Just breathe deeply through any discomfort you might be feeling. Just looking at this person in front of you. Feel how holding on to the burdens of the past keeps you from moving on. Set an intention now to release yourself from this bound, from this bond. Tell yourself that you can forgive, you're willing to forgive to the extent that you can in this moment, not forcing yourself. Even a little is good. is a long way. Understanding that this person was acting from their own pain, hurt, and you do not need to carry that energy or burden forward. Visualize a green light emerging from your heart to their heart. And see this light radiating outwards and expanding slowly and slowly. This light shimmers with power and pure love as it glows and gets brighter and brighter, spreading all over. Watch this light spread and radiate all over your body and the other person's body. As they're covered with this green light, see them smiling and looking happily back at you. Feel that love radiated from this light. This is a universal light of love and kindness. And we're all part of the same light in this universe. Remembering it's not about that person or his or her behavior, but it's about you releasing yourself from the negative thought pattern that you have been holding on to. With this person in mind, say to yourself and to them, to the best of my ability now, I forgive you. I wish you love and happiness. I release the pain that I felt from this situation as I no longer want to carry it in my heart. I intend to practice self love, peace. I release these emotions and I forgive you. Take a moment to do so, and you're welcome to change these words in any way you like. If you prefer, and as they fit the situation that you are letting go of. The most important thing is to feel the sense of loving and kindness towards this person now. Finally, feel this lightness inside you that comes from letting go of things you were holding on to. The power of forgiveness has the power to heal all things. Taking deep breaths in and out. Say to yourself, I created these emotions and thoughts, and I forgive myself for creating them. Taking a deep breath in and feeling how this healing takes place at all levels, energetically, emotionally, and physically. Taking a deep breath in and out. Slowly and gently Open your eyes when you're ready, feeling lighter, calmer as you released something that did not serve you anymore, as you forgave others and yourself. You may notice that in the days ahead, you'll feel a little looser, you'll feel more relaxed, and perhaps feel a little lightness in your heart. This is also a good way to understand where in your body you are holding the tightness for events or emotions that you thought did not exist or that you had let go. I hope that meditation was something that brought you calmness. It's always good to start with a situation that was not as traumatic, with somebody who had, in your perspective, harmed you in a small way. You will see that it is still inside you, somewhere affecting you. Would anybody like to share their experience with this meditation? Were you able to forgive that person to an extent or yourself? You can share it, raise your hand, use the raise your hand option, or just type it in the chat. Yes, Kaveri, please go ahead. You're on mute, Kaveri.
What? Can you hear now?
Yes.
Yeah. Normally, I don't carry any ill feeling about anybody. Somehow, I'm able to forget and forgive at that time itself.
Okay.
Even if somebody has done any harm, or very rarely I used to feel. I mean, maybe in all these while, once or twice, I must have felt that way. Otherwise, I just ignore and I just go with that. Now, one question I want to know is, you have uh, uh, suggested different techniques of mindfulness. So many
Yes.
meditations now.
Yes.
Now, is it okay to talk to you now, or
Yeah,
is
go ahead. No, it's for the benefit for everybody. Yes.
yeah? So I don't know regularly what kind of a meditation one can do to to have a well-being feeling, and and these are all meant for particular kind of situations, right? All these meditations.
You can. So in the past we had done something like a body scan.
Right.
I gave it a topic. It doesn't need a topic. When we did, for example, the body scan, you just relaxed your body from head to toe.
Hmm.
That relaxation will anyways help you. It
Hmm.
does not have to be targeted towards letting go of anger. It is just relaxing.
Hmm.
Any feeling that you might have, any tension you might be experiencing, it'll just help let go.
Okay.
And also, all these techniques are really targeted towards relaxing the body.
Hmm.
If the body is in a relaxed state of being, in a relaxed state, only then it can heal itself. The body has the innate capacity to heal itself, but it
Right.
has to be relaxed, and we
Hmm.
hold on to tensions. So you can practice any of these. We have given it a name or a topic. It doesn't need to be that way.
Hmm.
It could be solely for calmness. It could solely for letting go any kind of stress and tightness. Also, all these techniques, all these meditations help you be aware of your body.
Hmm.
And because many times when you feel um, angry, before you feel angry or say something, your body tightens.
Hmm.
So it's to understand what your body is feeling. So that's how it's targeted for. You don't really have to do it for one particular situation. Um, and did that answer your question?
Sure. Yeah. So basically, we need to relax ourselves.
Mhm.
That is the basic technique.
Yes, yes. Relaxing and being aware, being non judgmental,
Yeah.
because the more non judgmental you are and you disassociate yourself from emotions,
Yeah.
you can be mindful towards other people as well.
Right.
And you know, many times, like I mentioned, especially for forgiveness, um, we forgive others, but we don't forgive ourselves many times,
Right.
right?
Yeah. It's a common thing. Yeah.
Yes, it's very common, right? It's like,
Yeah.
I wish I had done this, and then you feel, oh, I'm very content with life, and then realize you see somebody else one day getting an MBA and saying, oh, I wish I would have taken an MBA degree too. I don't, you know, if I had worked harder, if I had done this. So that is a mixed bag of guilt, of not forgiving yourself, for
Hmm.
being angry, everything.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. One great thing, what I especially came to my mind and I understood is how mindful you should be having your food or your drinks, which normally, women like us, we are into so many uh, chores together, multitasking. So your tea drinking is, by the way, you just take the tea, keep sipping and doing
mhm,
other things. Or any, for that matter, any food that we are having. You might pick up some fruits and just eat it and then do other stuff on
right,
the way.
right.
Yeah. So that is one thing I really appreciated today's uh, how I can change myself in having my food. Or,
Thank you. Thank
yeah.
you.
Thank
No,
you so
we
much for
really,
that.
no, we really appreciate you being here, and we would even appreciate it more if you could share these techniques
Yeah.
with family and friends,
Right.
especially little children, youth,
Yeah.
because you know, there has been a rise in anxiety, depression.
Yeah.
In fact, at our local school, we lost young boy of 17 years due to suicide.
Oh,
So we are hearing more and more of these incidents, and it's really heartbreaking. And it's because of the challenging times. So
right.
if one little technique can
Yeah.
bring some emotions down, the intensity of anxiety down, you never know, it just might save a life.
Right.
So, so do please do share at the organization. April started, NCAPDA actually works for in prevention of prescription drug overdose. And in fact, just on Thursday, we are having our youth ambassadors. They would be discussing about how substance use can affect others and what parents need to know. So they'll be coming on this. It's an Indian radio channel called Radio Zindagi. You can go on Facebook and it'll be live over there.
Mhm.
So would really appreciate if you could support us that way and spread the word, and um, you know, educate other people, because so much anxiety is there, so much
Yeah.
depression. If we can help ourselves and others, it would be great.
Yeah, that is where I have a question. Like, Sino, I would like to volunteer actually in such an effort. If any avenue is open to me, uh, that way, language-wise, Hindi, English, Tamil, Malayalam, Bengali, all these 5, 6 languages I can speak fluently. So I don't know where I could just step in and uh, volunteer.
Well, we can certainly talk to you about that.
Yeah,
Monica, do we have contact information for?
Yes, yes. I
Okay.
have her contact information. I will definitely get in touch with you, and that we can definitely use any help that we can get.
yeah. Because I was a volunteer all through my life in India
Hmm.
with visually impaired children and mentally challenged people, and so all and the hospitals actually.
Well,
So
we don't turn down volunteers, so
Yes.
we will find a way to put you to good purpose. Thank you so much for
thank you,
your
thank you
interest
so
and
much.
offer. We will
Right,
talk to you offline. Thank you.
sure, sure. Thank
Yes.
you.
And thank you, Michelle, for sharing your comments and your experiences. Um, and yes, when you use your senses for each bite of your food or a sip of water, you are actually really, your body will feel the true benefits
I
of the
know.
food that you are having instead of just gulping it down.
I know.
Your cells thrive on that. So thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
um, April, would you like to share the our upcoming event that also we have to spread the word?
Well, sure. We have a new, so as Monica mentioned, we are very involved in preventing prescription drug and opioid specific substance use disorder, also known as addiction and overdose. And so we just today launched a brand new platform called Life's Too Good to Be Wasted. And this is meant for young people from 12 years old to anywhere up to about 25 years old. So we're trying to capture both teens and also young adults. And it's really to help them see or just examine their lives. So in a sense, it's linked, I think, to mindfulness, thinking about what's really positive in your life and what reasons you stay substance free, and this is from a kid's perspective. So there's a contest to invite the first 50 students to, or young people, let's just say, to send in a photo of their favorite thing that they think helps ground them and keep them, safe and sane. And we'll have, it's a contest, so we do have awards for the top 5 people. And our youth ambassadors will be basically judging the contest and awarding prizes. So if you can share that also. And again, if you just visit our website, so we have it mentioned under the youth corner on the navigation bar of the Meds Coalition website. That would be a way that you could help share. Just capture the link and send it out to anybody you think might want to be involved. And we're really hopeful that we can make this a statewide, if not nationwide, activity. We're hoping that we have followings from all over the country. And certainly, especially as we get it posted onto NCAPDA's, my nonprofit organizations website, it has that potential. So help us spread the word there too. We're excited
Yes,
about the
and
campaign.
to add to that, you know, th- I learned, I was not aware of it till I joined NCAPDA, that drug overdose is not just common among youth, it's also common among seniors.
Mm.
Something, or if you have little children, if you have grandchildren at home, and even pets who sneak up and take your medication and have an overdose, some scenarios that we don't pay attention to. So having a mindful living definitely helps.
Yeah, and I would say one
Yeah.
more thing that just reminded me of, Monica, is that in January, we don't have a date yet, but we'll soon. We're going to pick a date where we'll actually have a presentation just for seniors and their caretakers. So we'll talk about those things, but there's so much more to talk about when it comes to medication safety within the senior, environment. So if you go on our website, you can also sign up for our newsletter there very easily. And if you do that, then you're going to get alerts. We send one out once a month, so we don't bombard you with information, but you'll get a newsletter that captures the things that are coming up that you can sign up for if you're interested. So we just really hope and encourage you to join us, whatever way you can. Just follow us, and we're going to be back in touch with you, Kaveri. So
Thank
we'll find
you.
a way to put you to use. So
Thank you.
thank you so much. And
Right.
Monica, I just can't thank you enough again. You've spent a lot of time putting these workshops together, and 4 hours of your time presenting them. Thank you so much for taking your time out to do this for us. And I think we'll do this again. We've already had conversation about doing another round of them. So again, if you follow us, you'll learn about those too. Sometime in January, February, or March, be on the alert. So thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
everybody, for joining us. Truly appreciate that. Please spread the word.
Yeah.
And if you have not, we will send you recordings of all the sessions. If you did not receive them for some reason, they are on our YouTube channel as well. So if you go to the Contra Costa County
Yes.
Meds Coalition YouTube channel, it's there. It's
Mhm.
also on the NCA PDA YouTube channel.
Yeah,
So
and this will be posted. I should be able to have this one posted by tomorrow at the latest. So you'll be able to see all 4 of them, and basically again invite people to go there to see them.
Yeah.
So
yes, and Michelle, we will definitely send a reminder to Elizabeth to send you the first session as well. Thank you so much again for joining. It was wonderful. Be mindful and do spread the word.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
bye.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so
Take
much,
care.
April and Monica.
Thank you.
Thank you,
No
April.
words.
Thank you
you.
so much. It was good. Very
Good
good.
night, everybody.
Good
Yeah.
night.
Bye.
Thank
night.
you.
Good
Good
night.
night.